What is up, beautiful people of the internet? Welcome to Amethyst Budgets, a channel where I, Amethyst, budget with you guys and show you how I allocate my money and how I'm going to work myself out of debt and also save up for the things that are most valuable while also learning how to live life in the process. I'm trying to balance my finances and my life and my work life and all of that good stuff. So today's video is going to be what I was intentionally going to be something really quick, but then I decided to also add in my budget with me. So today we're going to go over how my last cash stuffing went and also a budget with me for this coming Friday. So it is currently Tuesday, April 25th, and this is basically how my last cash stuffing went. So I did cash stuff on camera with you guys, which is something I haven't done in such a long time. Actually, cash stuffing in general I haven't done in a long time. And over the course of literally 3 days, I have probably spent all of that money, and we're going to talk about why. Some of it was frivolous, I will admit, but a lot of it too was like non-excusable. So I, on the 21st, bought an Amazon mat for my office desk. I got it on clearance, so it's secondhand, so Amazon does sell used things. It was originally like $20-something, and I got it for $5, and then plus the taxes, it was $6.29. And this is where the issues started coming into place. So I was under the assumption that I was going to be able to use my investment accounts to pay my tax fees, because last year I did that, but I guess they made some changes. So I do have a couple of charges for taxes that I was not expecting, but it's amazing that I was cash stuffing and that I was actually like prepared with cash for this, because that would have been horrible if I didn't have the money. But I spent $250 on my tax professional, so that's how much I pay for my I forgot what he's called, but he also does my investing, my taxes, and I mean, I don't really get a lot of financial advice from him. I'm not really in that place yet. My taxes for last year were significantly less than I was anticipating them being. If you're seeing this number and you're also self-employed, you're probably like, girl, what? How did you get away with that? Not that one. The $250 is for him. I only had to pay $492 to the IRS. Now, I barely made money last year. You guys saw in my cash stuffings that I was struggling and struggling and struggling. I really truly barely made money. On my taxes, it says that I made profit of $6,000 last year. So that sucks. That is like a stab in the heart. I mean, last year was pretty awesome from almost every other circumstance besides financial, but I really thought that as a self-employed person, I was going to be able to do all these things and get all this stuff done and really make my business take off, and it didn't happen. Last year was, from a personal level, really hard for me. I had some stuff going on that I didn't really share on here that really made it a challenge to beat my depression and anxiety. Last year I actually went on anxiety medication for the first time ever, and I've been on ADHD meds for like 3 years, something like that. So the fact that I went on that is a pretty big deal to me, because I was trying to not get on those. But yeah, last year was really rough, and it severely affected my ability to work. When you are ADHD, when you have ADHD, you have something called an executive dysfunction disorder. And it's kind of weird to explain it to people, because if you don't have it, a lot of people don't get it, and they think it's something that you can just will away. But executive dysfunction disorder is essentially when you I mean, it affects people a little bit differently. Mine is, I want to do the thing. I am ready to do the thing. I'm telling my body, get up off the bed and let's go do the dishes. I really, really, really want to do the dishes right now. Let's just go do it. But my body will not move. I cannot move my body when I desperately want to do something because of my executive dysfunction disorder. And it gets so bad too that like maybe eventually I'll get out of bed and I'll go to do the dishes, and then I get downstairs to do the dishes and I just cannot get myself to do it. It is physically like I have someone holding me back and preventing me from doing everything, and it's extremely frustrating when mentally I want to do the things, but physically my body just won't allow me to, and it is so much more harder than just will it away. If you're gonna leave any of those comments, then you just don't understand mental health, and I would recommend you read up on it. So basically that's why my pay was so poor last year. Now, that's profit. I did make more money than that, but with the amount that I drove for my car for delivery driving, with the amount of fees that I paid for all of my resale stuff, and Etsy stuff, and with the amount of money that I spent on my products for those things, and along with any kind of subscriptions that I use for those things, most of the money I spent last year was on business things. So that means that, of course, I didn't make that much profit. So anyways, that's why it's so low. I'm extremely grateful. I am beyond elated that it wasn't more than that, even though I didn't necessarily save up properly for it. But this year, of course, I now know I'm gonna have to do cash for that. Anyways, that was a long ramble about my taxes, I'm sorry, but next up we did gas. We had $18.19 for gas. I have been driving more often than I thought I was gonna be. My boyfriend lives he's probably like a 20-minute drive from me, and it's all highway, so it's a lot of miles, and Priuses are actually better in the city than they are on the highway, unlike most cars. So basically, my gas has just been more than I expected, and then also my cleaning job, I'm going to and from once a week, 5 days a week, and then my religious stuff is very far away. Like, my congregation is located like 25 minutes to 30 minutes away from my house, and then when we meet for Bible ministry, it's like 30 minutes away. So it's been a lot of driving that I wasn't anticipating, so I'm gonna have to up my gas fund. Then I spent this much for coffee for me and my boyfriend. It was just a rough day. I had the taxes stuff. I was just not feeling great, so I got us coffee. And then on the 22nd, I bought my cats their food, and then we did another date night on the 23rd. So we did this Alice in Wonderland thing. It was so much fun. I did it with my family in, I want to say, November or October. I posted pictures of it back when I did it then, and then yesterday we just did it with me and my boyfriend, and we walked around downtown and had a really awesome time, and then we got food, and then we went to this candy shop that I'm super excited to show you guys what we got. And so yeah, I spent some money for date night, and I'm not regretting it. Then I paid my Amazon credit card a little bit early, so it's $119. So that was supposed to be due on the 5th, but now I got that covered. And then Duke was the same thing. It's due on the 27th, but I actually just went ahead and paid it now because I was like, you know what, I'm going to start from scratch. I just want to get some of these bills out of the way so that I'm not accidentally spending money on things that are frivolous, and I make sure that I'm taking care of my bills first, because once I noticed that I was kind of acting a little frivolous over the weekend, I went ahead and just did those two. So basically right now a lot of my envelopes are empty. I didn't add this in. My Amazon Prime comes out of my boyfriend's account, and we split it. So I already gave him all the cash that I stuffed in my annual binders. I gave him my half for Amazon Prime. So I completely forgot that that was happening. So luckily I had the money for that, and then I did have the money for everything else. So that is pretty nice that I at least had that. And then some of the binders that I didn't touch were like my pet binders and stuff. So now what we're gonna do after going over that, hopefully this video isn't too long, we're gonna do a little bit of a cash stuffing, planning, what is this, budget with me. So I'm gonna go through my envelopes and basically just figure out what do I need and budget kind of a little bit that way instead of just straight off the paper, because whoa, after spending all the money, I'm not quite sure what I have and everything. So we're going to be working with, my paycheck's gonna be a little bit less since I took off an afternoon for Tanji's goodbye. So we're gonna have, I'm gonna guesstimate $850. I don't find out till the day of, plus $250 for my cleaning job is gonna be 1100. Now for my bills and stuff, that's cleared out again, and I have, I believe, hey buddy, I have this paycheck and then the $250 from next week for my rent. So let's go over to this one again. We're gonna put another, let's do $650 for this one. And that way, when I get my other paycheck, let's see, $650 or $795 minus $650. Yeah, that should work. Okay, so now we have 1100 minus 650. Usagi, get off. Usagi, you're not allowed. Oh my gosh, you're not allowed up here. No, no, no. You know you're not allowed up there. She's looking at me like, what'd I do? Okay, so for my sinking funds, I'm left with, let's see, $450. So not quite a lot. Of course, we're going to do the most important things first. I'm going to put $30 into food, which is groceries. I'm gonna put 30 into gas and see where that goes. And then 15 into takeout because it's just inevitable that it's gonna happen, but I am gonna try to do it less often now. But 15, we'll see how that goes. And then 10 in my envelope and 10 in my boyfriend's envelope. We don't budget together, just in case you guys are curious. We do live separately, obviously. Well, I did talk about him living somewhere else, but that's just if I want to get him something nice. So car tags is going to be more than $150. My taxes alone are going to be $150. So it's due at the end of May. So I'm going to put $25 in this one. Amazon, I already did. So for right now, I'm not going to stuff anything else in that one. And then I have to update this accordingly. Mint Mobile, I'm going to put $25. That's for my phone. Car insurance, actually, scratch that. I'm going to put $50 into car insurance because that's coming up soon. It's at the end of May as well. And it's a lot more money than any of my other ones. So $50 into there. Home insurance, I'm going to put $20. And let's see where that takes us. Minus $50, minus $20, minus $25. I haven't like actually budgeted like this in a while with you guys. Usually I have a plan for everything already. Yeah. So let's see. Anything else due in May? Nope. Or April. No. Alright, cool. So that's what we're looking at right now. Actually, let's then, if we're gonna have that much left over, I'm gonna bump this up to 50 instead. So minus 25. Okay, so now we're at pet, and I'm gonna need cat food already because Levi got into the bag of my last one. So the payment that you saw on the weekend was a wet food, but I also buy them a freeze-dried food, and Levi got into the bag and ate the whole thing. So I'm doing 40, which is a little bit more than I need. It's usually around 30-ish. So I'm just going to do a little bit of rounding up just so that I have a little bit of a buffer. And then for rat food, we're still good. For vets, we're going to put in 15. Hopefully I'm not like forgetting anything. Cage stuff, I'm also going to put in 7. And let's just do 10. At this point, let's just keep it whole numbers. New babies is going to get 50. And then I don't have to do anything for goodbyes, hopefully. And then all of this should be good. Yeah, because it's all been paid. So I might add some more, but first I want to go over and do, most importantly, 100 into travel, so that I can start really beefing that up. I don't have a lot of paychecks left for that, so yep. And then the leftover 20 we're going to put into PayPal because I forgot that's coming up soon, so we'll do that. And then unfortunately none of this is getting stuffed, but in the future, you know, I'm going to have a couple extra bits to go with, since I do have less of a paycheck this week. And then I am bi-weekly, I think I said that, but I don't remember. Next week I'm going to get paid an additional $250 for the cleaning job. I am getting back on resale, so hopefully we'll see a little bit of those profits come in. As for denominations, I use an ATM, so I'm just going to get what I can. For the 50s and stuff, or for the 5s, I'm going to probably have to use fake bills and keep the 10 in the back of the envelope or the binder. And I totally didn't budget this the way I thought I was going to, so let me just flip through these and make sure that that works. So, okay, yeah, I think I'm good. I don't need to check through these. I appreciate you guys. Those of you who are still here, thank you so much. Leave me down below a sunflower emoji to let me know that you're a real one and you hung out till the very end. I really appreciate you guys so very much. I am so glad to be back and just getting back into the swing of things, posting videos. It's been amazing, and getting your guys' comments has just been so awesome. So I appreciate you guys so very much. I'm very excited to do a giveaway sometime soon. I'm gonna hopefully get another YouTube paycheck next month from the accumulation of all the months that I've been inactive. So that's really exciting. And of course, whenever I do a YouTube cash stuffing, I'm not gonna announce it, but there will be a giveaway in there. So all of my loyal followers will know if you see a YouTube cash stuffing, there is a giveaway. So make sure you watch those ones. At the very least. But I appreciate you guys so very much. I really hope that you have a wonderful day and a better tomorrow. Bye!